this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Alright, well, we have a lot of stuff to do today. So, let's go ahead and jump into the chair, shall we? Hey, it's been a little while, right? I'm just kidding. I saw you like 12 hours ago. Man, a lot's happened. Taught a lot of students. I taught all my lucky students. Speaking of that, I'm available for teaching. Did you guys know that? Oh, God. Sorry about that. I'm a little too relaxed. I need to button up a little bit before I get started here. All right, well, what do we have to do today? We have the Morel Sonatina. We're banging that sucker out. I have that one Barrios piece I need to look at, like Prayer for the People or whatever it is. Maybe I'll put some work into that today. Maybe that'll be a tomorrow project. Yeah, Lamentos tomorrow. We're not really working much on Latin pieces right now. Okay, I think that pretty much covers everything. Well, I actually have a question that I wanted to get into because I've been taking this time to answer common questions. So let's take a look at the comments section. It doesn't really make sense for me to say that anymore, does it? It's kind of sad. Do you guys miss the days when I answered a question every single time? I do. It's hard. You know? Okay, but this is a really good one. This is from Gilher Migranda. Gilher Migranda! Friend of the channel, how's it going? Hope you're doing well tonight. Into your comment, you started off, "Hey Cameron, you addressed me by my name, that's good. Thank you. You have a natural talent for playing with other instruments as you're always performing Cameron music." I had no idea what you meant by that, like Cameron music, what? You explained it, let me actually pull it up. Okay, you said, "Now realize the joke only works in Latin languages. Chamber music is musica de camera." That's like my name. For a moment I thought it was something similar to English, but it totally isn't. Yeah, dude, Cameron music? I mean, that should be a thing. That sounds awesome. I guess that's all the music I play on here. You never get this one in English. Yeah, I certainly didn't. But I appreciate it. I think that's very funny. Okay, so the real question. Do any of your students play no nail? Flesh? Exclamation mark style? If so, do you adopt/change the way you teach said students? What are your thoughts on no nail playing in general? Thanks, dude. Loving your content. Yeah, dude. There we go. Loving the content. No nails. I'll start it with this. I recently posted a video called The War on Nirvana. You know, as of late, I feel like there's been a war on playing classical guitar with nails. I guess I really started noticing it when Brandon Acker announced that he cut his nails off. That was the start of this whole thing. Having nails is a barrier to entry to playing the guitar. It's this sacrifice that you have to make where your right hand is now useless. You can't do stuff like garden or bowl or do anything. You can't do jujitsu anymore. You'll be like scratching people. And it's kind of a big barrier. Like, a lot of people can't grow out their nails. There's a lot of jobs where you can't grow your nails out. Between like nursing or just like food work, it just isn't feasible to grow nails. And I say for those people, yeah, totally, don't grow nails, it's fine. But man, having nails is much preferred. I think playing with nails is much better. And I feel like ever since Brandon announced that he cut his nails off, it was just like everyone just like snapped into this like having nails is like elitist, and like everyone's telling me that I can't be a real guitarist without nails. When I feel like, who has ever said that? When I started playing classical, I never felt that rebellion against having nails. How can I sound like these pros? And it's like, well, I need to grow my nails out and like learn how to shape them. So I don't know, I feel like there's this whole attitude now of like, you don't need nails anymore, which is just kind of weird. You're not going to be as loud. I feel like your tone won't be as good. Like, it can't be. I don't know, like you can point to like select few people, like I mean like Brandon Acker for example, and then like any other like famous no nail player. Yeah, they sound great. They would sound great with nails too. Like, they just sound great. That's just their whole thing. They're really good. I don't think it's the nails or no nails that's making them sound good. But I think that the average person will sound better if you just learn how to shape your nails. And the next thing that's always pointed out to me is like, oh, Soar didn't have nails. Targa didn't have nails, especially Soar, because that's the name of my channel. Yeah, I know. I know that they didn't have nails. Nobody had nails back then because they didn't have the technology to play with nails. Their strings were organic and they would like fray if you use nails, and they didn't have like buffs and stuff. They couldn't make their nails smooth enough, so it didn't make sense to play with nails. It's cool if you want to play like period instruments and play them exactly as they were back then, with like getting all the strings and then like cutting your nails off and like playing the pieces as they did. But back then they were modern people. They were playing their modern instruments, and I don't think there's anything wrong with us being modern people playing our modern instruments. And I would actually argue that our modern instruments are way superior superior to their instruments. Like, nylon strings are amazing. They last so much longer and they're like super durable and they sound really great. I don't really have a problem. I think they sound very nice. Like, one's not better than the other. Yeah, so I know those people didn't play with nails, and I guarantee you if they were alive right now, they would probably play the modern instruments that we have because they played the modern instruments of their time. I'm not a period guitarist. I'm a modern guitarist playing my old music but with modern interpretation. So nails are good, and I'll complain about them. I'll complain about having nails. You know why? Because it's hard having nails. Good things are hard sometimes, and it's okay to complain about it. It's not an appropriate response to like, well, if you hate them so much, why don't you cut them off? Because it's worth hating them. It's worth it. It's worth having to file them. It's worth having to protect them all the time. If guitar is your life, it's totally worth it. I'm extremely lucky in that most of what I do throughout the day is music related, because I film my video where I practice guitar. If I'm lucky, I'll practice 2 hours, and then I teach basically all day, and then I film a video right now where I'll practice another 2 hours if I'm lucky. But the whole day I'm holding a guitar, so like it's pretty easy to protect my nails. The only active thing I really do is go to the gym, which is a pretty controlled environment where I'm just lifting weights or like using a treadmill, or I walk around, so I'm not like getting my hands dirty or anything. So the other parts that make up my life don't really get in the way of having nails. Of course, not everybody is so lucky, and depending on what your job is, you can't grow out nails, and that's okay. I'm getting pretty sidetracked because I'm just going into opinions here. If I have a student that doesn't want to grow their nails out, well, you know what? I don't have a student anymore. I'm just kidding. That's not how I feel. I literally just got done teaching a student who's not growing their nails because of their job. Yeah, it's pretty common. Most of my students don't have nails, actually. I think that's actually not a terrible thing. Like, I don't think starting with nails is that good of an idea. I've heard of schools that, like, don't let their students grow their nails out for the first 5 years. Like, in the terms that I'm remembering, it helps them develop like their touch on the strings, just touching with the flesh, so they like won't let them grow their nails out for like a long time, which I kind of agree with, especially if I'm teaching a child. Teaching them how to take care of and shape their nails, good luck. That's the thing, if you practice guitar for 10 years, especially as a kid with no nails, and then grow your nails out on the 11th year, it'll be like you've been playing with nails for 11 years. Like, you'll adapt to it so fast, and you're still a 10-year guitarist. Like, that doesn't go away. You don't go back to being a 1 year just because you decide to grow your nails out. So starting with no nails is no problem. It might actually be preferable because it's easier to start that way, because really the technique isn't different. I'll still teach like a rest and a free stroke the same way. So yeah, I don't really have an issue with that. Ultimately, my opinion is pretty clear. I prefer nails. There are a lot of benefits to having nails. All the benefits are the sound production. All the cons of having nails are just the fact that you have to have nails. If you're able to live with that, then it's all pros. Once you get rid of that, like, all the sound stuff is pros. Like, you'll be louder, you'll be faster, you'll sound better, better tone quality. It'll be better, believe me. Man, like, guitar is already so quiet, like in a performance setting. I couldn't imagine no nails, unless you mic yourself. Ew, gotta carry on a mic now in a PA? I'm good. I know I came out kind of hot with like being against nails. I don't know. I've gotten a lot of comments about it where I feel like some people are just expecting me to like read it and then just be like, oh, maybe I'll cut my nails off. I'm never gonna cut my nails off. Like, I'm just not going to. The only situation I would is if I become like a period musician. I know that you don't really see it here, but I also consider myself a composer as well. And a lot of my reason for learning this music is to draw from it when I decide to start writing more music. Because that's kind of how I go. I go in cycles of like where I write a lot and then I don't write anything and I just learn. And then I write a lot and I go through that cycle and I enjoy that. Right now I'm in a really big learning cycle. I don't know if I'm going to get out of it, honestly. I might be stuck in this one. But I'm sure I'll start writing again at some point. So I don't see ever putting my energy into being like a period guitarist. That's just not really what I'm interested in. But we'll see. I mean, age has a weird way of messing with you, doesn't it? You start off as a kid wanting to like do your own thing. That's kind of where I am now. But when I'm like 70, who knows? Maybe I'll just be some like academic, like only playing Renaissance music on like an arch lute, and that's just where I'll be happy. So, you know, maybe I won't have nails then. But until then, I'll be playing with nails, and my students probably won't be for the most part. But that's okay. I actually prefer that. Like I said, that can actually be beneficial. But I'll encourage them to grow out nails once they're ready. So, in short, No, it doesn't change how I teach them, really, because it doesn't have to. I don't think the technique is really different at all, so it's fine. And that goes for you too. If you're playing without nails, and if it's because you're in a situation where you can't grow nails, practice without nails for like 10, 15, 20 years. And then once your situation changes, grow them suckers out, and you'll see after like a couple of months, it'll be like you always had them. So, the war on nails, I think I settled it. Did I? Well, what's even the conclusion of this? I don't know. I just ranted at the camera for a while about nails, about growing nails. Wow. Look at us. Look at us just doing this. I have to practice now, so I'm gonna sharpen my nails and really dig into this. Sorry about that. Yeah, anything else I can say on that? No, not really. Should I just hang this one up? I think so. If you have anything to say on it, please leave a comment, and I think the nail discussion can probably go on for a couple of logs. Let's go to the piano bench now. I'll see you there. There's some videos where I can just feel the controversy. I haven't even practiced in this practice log yet, but I feel it. You're a little far away, is that okay? Yeah, you're fine. I'll bring you closer. To you, what'll be in a second. To me, will be quite a while. I mean, we'll see how long I go. I mean, it's already... I was ranting and raving for a little bit there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get into it. I'll see you on the other side. Would it be so wrong if I just turn in early tonight? Would it be so wrong? Oh yeah, I had like a whole rant about nails. Just to show you that I'm not like a close-minded a-hole. Because I really haven't listened to much like nailless playing other than like what little loot I've listened to, I guess. So if you have any nailless players that you want to recommend me, maybe you can change my mind, maybe I'll see the light, send them over and I'll take a listen. But you know, as we stand right now, nails superior. Come on over. I do got you in performance mode tonight. I'm just gonna play Morel third movement for you. No pillow. I like to live on the edge. One take. One take is all I need. And that was the Morel Sonatina, third movement. I took every repeat to our dismay, I'm sure. You know, it's a little sloppy, but that's kind of my brand, I guess. We get a little sloppy here sometimes. Hey, we're working on it, okay? What can I say? I'm ready to turn in early. It's been a long day. All right. Let's do it. Hey, well, hopefully you enjoyed that, and you didn't get too mad at me about all the stuff that I said. Well, if you made it this far, you know, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, all that stuff. Hey, want some guitar lessons? I'll teach you how to play guitar, and you don't even have to grow nails. Isn't that great news? You can keep your soft little hands exactly how they are. I won't require you to grow nails. Isn't that nice of me? What else? If you have a question or comment about anything, feel free to leave it, and I'll answer it in the chair at some point, of course. Ooh, my arm's getting tired. I think that pretty much covers everything. So, you know, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.